Do you know the first page that you must write when you come to write a book or an audio program or a video program or an online webinar? Let's talk about books. Do you know what that first page is that you must write? I know the answer to that question and I'm going to share it with you now. My name is Peter Thomson. I'm the UK's most prolific information product creator, and over the last 27 years I have created an amazing amount of stuff. 870 TGI Mondays messages, 13 years of running an audio newsletter, 15 books or something, 100 audio programs, 100 video, so much stuff. And I know that this is the first page you must write. Now, when I ask this question, people say to me, is it the title page? Is it the list of contents? Is it, and the list goes on and on and on. No, it's none of those. This is the first page to write. The order page. And there's three key elements of the order page. And in fact, there's some other extra ones, but three key ones. I'll come back to the extra ones in just a moment or two, which will add some real power for you. But here are the three elements that must go on the order page. Number one, and by the way, you can use this little process, little three-step process, for writing headlines, for writing all sorts of other good stuff. Here we are. Number one, it must identify the reader. So who are you aiming the book at? Be absolutely crystal clear. It's a bit like having a pre-head on a piece of direct mail or a web page. The better quality that we have, the more focused and targeted that is, so that when somebody sees that, they go, aha, that's for me. And if it's not for them, they go, aha, that's not for me. That's equally good as a marketing message, because part of marketing is to push away the people we don't want, at the same time attract the people we do want. So it must identify the person. Secondly, if you're going to use this formula, and there are other formulas to use, but if you're going to use this formula, it must clearly state the problem that the reader has, and possibly even the downside that that problem creates for the reader. So that's point two. And thirdly, it must indicate that there is a possible solution to that problem. Now, it might be implied in the way that it's written. For example, it's like writing a headline that says why so-and-so gets this benefit whilst others don't. There's an implied benefit there because you've indicated with the word why that you're going to be providing the answer. That makes sense, doesn't it? So, three-stage process: the person, the problem, and the possible solution. It's a great way to write a headline, and it's a great way to write a title for a book. You'll find lots of books. If you look around, you'll find lots of books with that formula. Now, the possible solution, you gather I've got my notes just here. The possible solution is going to give this, it's another P. It's going to tell the person reading that title the big promise of the book. And this is why we write the order form first, because we want to have in our own mind before we start writing, what is the big promise that we're making with the book? If you think of some of the fantastic titles of books that have come out, particularly over the last few years, I think Alan and Barbara Peace's book is the one that always resonates with me. Just a brilliant title. Why Men Don't Listen and Women Can't Read Maps. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. And because it starts with why, you know the solution is in the book. And who's it aimed at? It's a very clever title. It's aimed at everybody. Because why men don't listen and women can't read maps. I think it's a genius title. It really is. Alan and Barbara are really good at that sort of stuff. So here's the additional elements that I think you can put in. There's three of them. Number one is price. So you could obviously put the price of the book before you even write it. Because how about this? How about if you write a book and you've decided that the cover price is going to be £500 per book? £500 a book. Wowee. £500 a book. I know people have sold books at far higher than those numbers and done really well with it. But what about if you were going to do a book and it was going to be a book and it was going to be 100 pages? So it was not a long book, but you decided to make the ticket price £39. Would that change how you wrote it? Of course it would. What about if you were going to sell it at £5? Would that change how you wrote it? Yes, it would. Absolutely. So having that problem, possible solution in mind, having that price in mind, if you get all this out and in or out there and in back into your mind when you come to write it, what a difference it makes. The other thing you could put onto the book is any bonuses or extras that you can be providing. For example, you might be suggesting that people go to your website and download a template of some description. And the other bit is social proof. Social proof on the order form, on the book cover. You've seen this many, many times. Really powerful. So if you sat down to start with thinking about the book you're going to write, and if you haven't written a book yet, I would urge you to get on with it because it's a great idea to have one. If you've seen my previous video on this about the 18 reasons why you would write a book, then if you haven't already watched that, it's the previous one in this series, or it was when I made them, then certainly having a look at that because that will tell you great reasons why to have a book. So if you haven't done that yet, I would suggest you do. And once you've written that, you're fully loaded, ready to write the book, of which I'm going to talk about more ideas on that on another video. So if you've got any comments, thoughts, ideas that you want to add to this, then simply put them in the question stuff down there in the boxes and we will engage in a dialogue. I enjoy putting all of these ideas together for you and I'm looking forward to the next one, and I'll see you there. Goodbye for now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos, then click to watch the next video. Remember to visit our website at peterthomson.com and download your free copy of my latest book, How to Write Your Business Book in 5 days or less. Until next time, every success.